Right, welcome back to the third week of our class in cybersecurity. And this week we're going to something really profound. Yeah. It's the basic protection techniques that we all want to follow in cybersecurity. So sharing my screen now for us to get access to that. Yeah. All right. So in our last previous weeks, we talked about what cybersecurity is. So briefly, cybersecurity is the process of protecting system because what we're talking about, what we're going to be talking about today, will actually return back to what cybersecurity is and the principle in cybersecurity and all our goals of protecting systems and data from digital attacks and unauthorized access. Now, all this can only be met if you have the basic protection techniques checked, which means that your protection technique, they call it basic protection technique. It means that's like one of the easiest things to acquire when it comes to security. But if these things are not met, then it will lead to high, oh my God, it will lead to a high damage. Yes, high damage of whatever probably your device or your account can be taken over if this protection technique cannot be met. So most of these cyber attacks and everything usually happen due to lack of this basic security techniques for most of it. You can say that Facebook, Instagram, some people use weak passwords in which made attackers to be able to take over their account. And that is actually a basic protection technique that needs to be met. But they are just too lazy to form a strong password, and from there it was taken over. So now let me go through it. So the basic protection technique we have the use strong passwords and MFA. MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. 2FA stands for two-factor authentication. We have second one, keep devices updated. We have the don't click on known links, and we have talked about that when I was talking about phishing in our second week doing malwares and yeah, installing antivirus and security tools. So I'll be explaining each of these and expatiating on them very well so we can actually grab the knowledge and reason why we have to keep this basic protection techniques in cybersecurity. And not just in cybersecurity, this is part of security awareness training. This is usually part of the security awareness training, security simulation done for companies, organizations, and even students because once this thing are not met, it's usually prone more attacks and digital outage. You get where accounts are gone, where emails are gone, yeah, and even devices are locked. I talked about ransomware. So some of it actually can occur due to any of these protection techniques that are not followed. Now, when I was talking about technologies, processes, human skills to defend against cyber threats, known as hacking and everything. Now, cybersecurity, like I think I said it the first time we had this class, that it is not just like a tool, it's not something you can see. Cybersecurity is a practice, it's a practice that is occurring. So cybersecurity is a practice that you have to follow by, you have to oblige by. Yeah, that's it. Cybersecurity is a practice, something you keep on doing. That's why you are keeping yourself secure, keeping yourself safe, keeping everything around you safe. Now, the first one we have using strong passwords. Now, this is a very big problem for most of us. Why? We don't want to use strong password because we feel like we forget those passwords. And if you are using a weak password like 1234, like Solu, like simple names, those kind of things we actually get breached sooner or later because they are easy things that an attacker can easily exploit. Some months ago, I was seeing some things where some hackers are actually coming together and gathering usernames of people, possible usernames of people in Nigeria. That is, they are gathering about 1,000 lists of possible usernames that the Nigerian might use for his password or a password. And that includes normal names like Bola, Tulu, Melanie, Gabriel, iChat, Funke, Fumbi, all those kind of simple names that you might actually use for your password and username. They went around, gathered about 1,000 of it, just possible password and username. And for sure, one of them will be actually be possible because the majority of us actually uses our username as our password, especially for passwords. We just use it as password, and there's something called username enumeration in pen testing or ethical hacking, and that is the act of um, automating a lot of usernames in a particular login page using automating like 1,000 usernames all at once or password all at once in a matter of 2 minutes. and checking out 1,000 passwords, checking which is correct through automation. And that's when you do that, they are able to get the password if your password falls into any of this category. So there's a way you can check for whatever password you want to use and check if it has been breached before. And when I mean breached, I mean if it has been used in um for attacks before. If you have gotten it, if an attacker has gotten a hands of it. So there's a website called Have I Been Found? And this way you can actually use to check your password if they are strong or they are weak. Or probably it has been breached, it means you can't use them again. Now there's something called MFA and 2FA. Now MFA stands for multi-factor authentication and 2FA stands for two-factor authentication. Now this thing is usually not implemented in most of our devices. Why? Because we refuse to put them and we see it as stress, unlocking whatever accounts you locked during using MFA and 2FA. Now, there's an account there's a website account that when you create them, it asks you for your to add your fingerprint. Now, on OPay, they have this fingerprint feature and they have PIN feature, password feature. Now, that's actually a 2FA. So let's say um, in a place where you actually forget your password, you can easily use your fingerprint to unlock it, and that's two-factor authentication. So the other way of two-factor authentication from different applications or different devices, whereby you want to log in an account on your laptop and to send a code to you on your phone that you have to click on that code on your phone to log in your password. And this is very common in Gmail. When you're trying to log in your email on an unknown device, it will send a code to send a number, yeah, to your phone and to tell you that which number was sent to your phone, to give you three different numbers for you to pick one of it. And when you pick the wrong one, to tell you, to lock you out, to tell you can't access it. It means you are not who you said you are to be. And this is a form of authentication. Now, there's a difference between authentication and authorization. That's why this one is MFA, authentication, multi-factor authentication. Now, authentication is who you claim to be. Authorization is what you are allowed to do. But that will be going deeper as we're going through more segments if we go deeper into the main class because that's a very short, long topic to get. So now, for the MFA, which is actually very, very good, is by implementing this is the place where you add your email, your phone number, even possible, if possible, fingerprints, and even maybe face recognition. Yeah, there's some application that will tell you that enable MFA. And if you don't enable this MFA, there's possibility that when a security breach happens to that company, you might be part of them because you don't have MFA is not enabled on your application. And from there, attackers can easily exploit you because you don't even have multi-factor authentication. So they can only use one way authentication to actually get into your device. The people will call single sign-on, SSO. Now you can go and read on that SSO if you want to know more about single sign-on. That's another means of authentication, but going on, I won't be talking about that much here. Now, let me emphasize more on this MFA and why you need to implement it now. It actually protects you way more than 2FA. And if your application has the MFA feature, kindly enable it. There's a reason why it is there. They don't put it there for beauty or just for beautification. You just need to enable it so it can be safe. And this is a fact whereby when you want to log in, it sends, especially if the account is logged out and you want to log in back, it sends code to your email, sends code to your phone number, and verified it. So even send it to your WhatsApp if possible. Now, most password can be anything from 3 and above, not 2. Anything from 3-factor authentication and above. We can go as far as 4, 5, but 3 is actually okay. 3 or 4. 3 is okay, actually. 3 is okay for authentication. At least from that place, you have your email, you have your phone number, and then probably your fingerprint or something to enable you. And there's something we call authenticator. There's an authenticator app that is based by Microsoft. Yes, authenticator is an application, is a software you can download on your phone. It's made by Microsoft. This place you actually have your Gmail or whatever account you have actually logged in, you can find it there. And when the application you're trying to log in sends the code, you can just, instead of going straight to your email, just come there. And because your authenticator app has been linked to that's another way of 2FA or MFA that you have implemented to your device. Another thing is keeping devices updated. Now, this one is even on everybody. You don't keep your device updated. You don't update your device. You don't update your phone, your laptop. It's showing you that it's outdated. You can't update. Your Chrome is outdated. You don't update. Your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Twitter, everything is outdated, but you refuse to update. And okay, now you actually ask that, how will you know if this is already outdated? Well, there's a way to know. And one of the ways is that you regularly check them. especially the application you use often, just randomly go to Play Store and check that, in Play Store when you go there and you check on an app, it will either tell you install or open. If you say open, it means you already have that thing involved. But if it's telling you install, you don't have it, but it's already doing another thing called update. So if you're doing that update feature, it means that that one you're using has been outdated. Kindly update it and do that with no hesitation, because if you don't update it, there's a possibility that the last version has been corrupted. The last version has been corrupted. There's a possibility of that. The last version has been corrupted. So if you don't update to the latest version, you might actually get involved in the last version corruption and the last version vulnerability, and from there they can actually attackers can exploit it from there. And this is a very good reason why you must keep your device updated. If your phone is outdated, you update it. You update anything that is updating on your phone or your device. You need to that's why the best way to actually access anything application is on website. I mean, website is automatically updating it already. Every time, the moment you reload, you are putting a new update. Your Chrome browser too, it needs to be updated because they too pass through updating. They'll tell you that Chrome needs updating, you refuse. Firefox will tell you it needs updating, you refuse. And by the time your email that got hacked and that's shouting, how did they hack your Facebook? Of course, they will hack your Facebook. Because why? You don't update your device, you don't update your software regularly. And this is bad. At least every 2 to 3 months, always check on them to see if there's any update available. If you have Phoenix browser installed on your phone, Phoenix usually bring updates for your devices. If you detect that this device is updating, it will bring it. Or even Play Store itself. Play Store will tell you that your device needs updating. Yes, Play Store usually bring it that the device is updating, or your application, Twitter, this thing needs updating, update it. Then you kindly update it. Now, another protection technique that we need to apply by is don't click on known links. Yeah, this thing falls on most of us below, especially when they say that click this link to win 500,000 naira, click this link to enter this group to start earning in dollars and everything, and you just click on that link, just jump in, and from that link, you already exploiting it. Because you already probably have a malware. No, we talked about malware last week. You already have a malware installed or ransomware kind of thing installed on your device already. And from there, you are gone. So when you see any unknown link, I will tell you how you can actually check for links, for the kind of link you want to click on. If you are not sure of it, take it onto Virus Portal and check for that link. And we made example that day. So we're doing the same today now, Virus Portal. And the second one I told us I'll be checking, I'll be telling us is, have I been pwned? Have I been pwned? Now, this one lets you know the kind of password you are using, if it has already been breached by hackers or it is still available for you to use. It is still safe. Now, you can use to check email, and to check password. So this is very what I was talking about, whereby you can just come here, then whatever link, just copy it and come here and check it. And check it. Let's not check from Microsoft.com. If it is a malicious kind of link, it will tell you, you see red all over. But now I see green all over here, which means that this link is actually a very is a neat one. And this is another way of this thing I'm doing now is part of what we call malware analysis. We're analyzing malware, checking for the kind of security exploit it has, checking for the kind of vulnerabilities, whether malware, whether it has Trojan horse, whether it has some kind of maybe back, but who knows? Just this is where you can check for all this kind of thing and see the kind of malware it has. Yes, and you can see it even has grades. There are some high, some low, some medium, and everything. Now this have been found, and here you can check for your email and your password details. Now let me click on this popular password that you can go here now. Okay, I think this is for email address. For password, right, this for password. This for this is not for password. Probably this for email. But let's check this one first. Okay, this is for email. This is for email. So let's say email at email.com. Now the thing what this thing does is that it checks the database of if this kind of email has been breached. Now it means that everybody using this kind of email at email.com, is not safe to use again because now it's in a data breach. It means that this email address has been found in multiple data breaches. You can go and read about data breaches if you don't understand what I mean by data breaches. Review the details below to see where your data was exposed. You can even see where the email has been exploited by hackers, where hackers have found this email in multiple ways. They found it in this place. This is even of recent, between 10th of November 2025. You found it here, it was found 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 here. You can see so many places where this very email has been found, which means that it's not even safe to use. So if you want to create a new email, well, if you want to create an email will tell you that already been created. Okay, you want to check for password, just come right up here. Then you check for password. Now if I press 1234. Oh no, see, 1234 has been found 30 million, 20.2 million times. 30.2 million times. So any password 1234 is not even secure. You can easily get access to whatever you are doing, and from there you are gone. Now you can just, you want to create a password or you want to check if the password has been used before or not. You can just come here. Now let me click on my own password I usually use. This is a very password I use for almost all my accounts. So let me check if it's still safe or it has been breached. And you can see my password hasn't been breached anywhere, which means I'm still safe to keep using my password. Now come here, click whatever password you're using for any of your accounts. Click on it here, type it here. If that password says that it has, if it's going for you that oh no, it has been burned, go and change that password in whatever account you are using already to avoid any casualty, to avoid any web security casualty. Now let's move on. And the next one is installing antivirus and security tools. Now, if you are using Windows 10 before, update it. Like I said, keep your device updated. Install antivirus because Windows 10 even comes with a Windows 11 comes in with a pre-installed antivirus that actually keeps your system safe. So when you install antivirus and some other security tools, it will make sure that any viruses coming to detect it and I'll tell you, notify you, do you want this thing to enter the system? Do you want it placed or no? And when you say that this is actually malicious, you can just stop it from there. Yes, that's the benefit of having antivirus. Most of the antivirus we have out there now they are paid antivirus. So and probably quite expensive depending on it because of the currency. But if you don't have that, just on your Windows 11, you have it installed and just enable it and keep on running for you. Also have some free antivirus out there, but can't trust everyone out there. Some hackers are very clever. They might have put some malware into some so-called free antivirus tool, and when you install antivirus, it actually brings more virus into your device. So be careful of the kind of antivirus you use. And the key idea is that small habit dramatically reduces risk. You hear that? Small habit dramatically reduces risk. Now, all these things that you're just looking at, just doing your job, it looks stressful. But doing all this will actually reduce your risk of getting exploited or getting attacked by any attackers. So I believe you've learned a lot from this video. And for all the examples we have laid down now, you can go on and check about your links and check your password and username and password and Gmail if it has been found in security breach or not. So do well to watch this and thank you for watching.